What is up, people? Welcome back to another full day of eating, but with a twist, because this is the full meal plan that I actually followed to maintain a pretty shredded physique. So yes, if you watched the Diet That Ruined My Life video meal plan, you'll know that I was pretty chubby, lost weight on my own, and then got crash dieted further to like 5% body fat by Mr. I'm not going to say his name, okay? But it was after that period that I pretty much took it on myself to start tracking macros, educating myself on nutrition, but I was still pretty clueless. All I knew was I needed more calories than that crash diet meal plan, a load of protein. The overall result was still grossly under eating compared to my energy expenditure, which you'll see in this full day of eating. And as a result, that had me stay pretty shredded for essentially way too long. And I touched on this in my Truth About Being Shredded video, where you'll know I got a DEXA coming in at like 6.4% body fat. But anyway, this full day of cutting is going to be exactly that, the diet that I followed to sustain such a low body fat percentage. And it's actually a pretty good meal plan if you want to follow it. But again, for me and my energy expenditure, it was way too low in calories. But without further ado, let's get to it, and that is going to be breakfast. Okay, so here we go. We are at Tesco's, the local Tesco's, and we have a queue. So dedication to the video as always, and I'm actually going to play a game. I am going to time it on my Fitbit, see how long it takes to get into that door. So there we go, the stopwatch has started, and we literally only have like, what, 50 meters to go. So I'm going to guess, what, 12 minutes?
11 minutes later.
Guys, I'm not joking. I am next at the door and we're at like 11 minutes 30 seconds. So if she lets me in now, that was a whopper guess. Here we go. No. Yes, actually. Oh my god. It's literally hit 12 minutes. Oh my god, what a guess. But anyway, okay, so meal number one, and I'm not joking when I say that this was literally the same every single day. I would wake up in the morning itching to have it. It was like one of my favorite meals. So the first thing it involved was a tortilla wrap, some trusty eggs, of course, some low-fat cheddar cheese, not mozzarella. Then for the main protein, I would always have chicken breast, and this was the time my love for oats began, so we had some of these as well. Sometimes now I would have peanut butter or even like almond butter, and to top it all off, we would have some berries, so blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. So if you are smart enough, you've probably guessed what we're gonna make up. But you know what's funny? In that one, I don't actually need any of those ingredients, so I queued up for nothing. Why? Because I wanted to add a different scene to the video to keep your attention, but also two, I actually did scroll through all of my camera roll, and I did actually find a load of old pictures of these meals dating back to when I have them, and a video of this one. So it's a breakfast burrito with a bowl of protein, so that'll actually be overlaying on the screen, probably like a potato quality camera. But yes, it was an absolute staple. So without further ado, that is the meal that we're gonna make up now in 3, 2, 1. Bish bosh bosh. Oh my god, this brings me back. So we have the eggs with a smidgen bit of milk and the oats ready to go in the microwave. We have the cheese, we have the tortilla wrap, then we are cooking up a ton of chicken. So you know the deal. Yes, people, I am very excited about this. We have the Prote's bowl of peace and the breakfast burrito. Perfecto. And you already know I have to plug link to bulk powders. The best tasting protein powder in the world will be down below. But yes, this literally looks like the exact picture I put up on screen. And again, like I said, I would wake up every single morning and be so pumped to have it. So yeah, macros will be on the screen and everything. But oddly enough, you know that I actually train fasted now. Well, back then I didn't. And this would actually be my pre-workout meal. Hence the big size bowl of oats. And actually, speaking of workouts, of course we did work out this morning. So let's go back to that footage. Oh my god. There we go. Oh, I really tried hard to keep that under 147. And we got it done, literally just finished. Oh my god. Okay, so 250 by 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
It was at this moment that he knew.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
And you know what, I thought I had done 30 rounds, but apparently I haven't, so that was only 27, so that sort of ruined my day. But anyway, it's time for a few weights. And bish bosh bosh. Okay, so honestly I'm not too happy with that, but the hustle has been put in. And here's a bit of real talk for you guys. I was this close to skipping that workout this morning. I felt so bad. I slept terribly. My legs are like jelly. We trained legs yesterday. But yes, the take-home message is just start if you're lacking motivation, and I can guarantee that you'll get into a groove. And remember, anything is better than nothing. You'll regret it later on in the day if you just sit there all day on the couch. So yes, we take that box off. Now let's actually make up what would have been my whopper post-workout meal. And we are back in Tesco's. But firstly, let me just say, we know now that in the presence of an adequate pre-workout meal, immediate post-exercise nutrition isn't actually that important, okay? But back then I technically did work out for like 3 hours or something, and I was under the impression that I could just eat whatever I wanted. So I would literally feast on sort of more junk food. This was probably my biggest meal of the day. And most of the time cereal would be involved, but I wouldn't go for the full-on dirty ones. I thought they weren't allowed. So we would actually go for like the whole grain ones. Cheerios, if you're an OG, oh my God, if you're an OG, you know, I used to have like an obsession with Cheerios. So they have this one, which is like 375 grams for €3, or they have the Whopper box. Look at that one for €4. So we're gonna go for those. Then I also used to have like an obsession with rice cakes. They used to have a better variety, but yeah, I'd have like a whole sleeve of rice cakes. Along with all of that, this is sort of when my pizza making skills started to come about. I used to like have a pizza, or once again, I'd make up like pizza wraps with like tortillas. Sometimes I'd go for like pita breads. Of course, my love for bagels sort of started back then as well. You can probably tell I was still sort of adopting the bro mentality. You know, I finished my workout, I thought I would need protein and especially to eat a ton of carbs to replenish the glycogen. Pasta bowls the size of my head were quite common, literally like a whole bag. How can we not forget the loyal potatoes? I used to like fry those up with some tuna. My anabolic toasties would also be a staple. I would literally go through like 12 slices of bread. The same for like baguettes, you know, my egg baguettes, I would have like 3 or 4 of those. Anyway, hopefully that gives you an idea of my attitude towards post-workout nutrition. But anyway, we have the goods, the Cheerios, so that can only mean one thing. That my trip to Tesco's was not actually a waste. It has been a while since I've had some Cheerios, so I'm looking forward to these. But yes, much like my breakfast, I will probably put on the screen now like all of the meals that I used to have, like the toasties, pita breads, baguettes, pasta, big ass bowls of oats, rice cakes, pizzas and all that type of stuff. But for this meal, I thought I would try to replicate. There is one picture in particular where it's like a pizza, a big ass bowl of Cheerios, and then also a ton of rice cakes. So without further ado, let's try and make this up. So step numero uno, familia italiana. We have the pizza at the ready. This is going to take the longest, and it would always pretty much be a tonno cipolla or a tuna and onion. You know that's my favorite. And again, tuna was super lean in protein, so that was perfect post-workout. So we have preheated the oven. That is going to need to go in there like so, and then you know the deal. Why did I not wear an oven glove for that? Oh my dad! Okay, that was a very stupid move. But just like that, now we have a meal that I am literally all about. Actually, to be honest, I might even go back to having this. This is absolutely epic, guys. So we have the tonno cipolla, we have the rice cakes, and then a whole bowl of Cheerios. Cue the carb coma. And once again, this was probably where my obsession with starting to eat out of bowls the size of your head came about. But yes, oh my God, again, this literally looks like the exact same picture that I put on screen. And again, the macros will be on the screen. But yes, my biggest meal probably of the day. I'd finished my workout, literally put down the dumbbell, and the first thing that I was thinking about was munching into this. So, familia italiana, we have to give you a taste test of this. Oh my days, look at that. Tonno cipolla, crispy dispy. Oh, familia italiana. Seriously, if you haven't tried tonno cipolla, actually, you know what? Let's see if this works. Open up wide and see if you can try this. Here we go. And we're back in the hermit room doing a bit of coaching with headphones that literally make my head look like a bobblehead. But you know I like to integrate a bit of science into the videos, and I thought I would touch on the topic of training fasted and burning more fat, because I do often get asked whether it's true. And yes, it is actually true, but with a big twist, okay? And this is shown perfectly in a study by Pauli et al. 2011, where as you can see in their graph, respiratory exchange ratio during fasted, or RER, was actually lower than fed. And for those unaware, a lower RER pretty much means that there's more of a reliance on fat as the primary source of fuel, whereas a higher RER is actually more of a reliance on carbs. Okay, so you can see in the graph that the fasted training did burn more fat, but in the 12 and 24 hours after, you can see that things switch, where the fed training actually shifts to burning more fat, whereas the fasted condition switches to burning more carbs. Okay, so there is a complete switch. Now, why this happens, I probably will touch on later, but for now, I have work to do. So yes, I'm going to get cracking into this and check back in with you later on. And we are out banging out the steps, and I am burning more carbohydrates now for fuel instead of fat because I trained fasted. Absolutely fascinating stuff, right? But anyway, we're on to dinner, and again, much like breakfast, this meal was pretty much exactly the same every single day, and it started off with a trip to the motherland. That's right, little young nipper Scott used to stroll down every single day. They used to just think I'm a freak. Well, they still do think I'm a freak, jumping in boxes and stuff, buying the same meal every single day for dinner. So the first part of this meal, of course, was a sweet potato. Then for protein, we had even more chicken. Then when it came to veggies, I used to sort of mix and match, but if there was one staple, it would always be asparagus. But to be honest, as a young boy, I soon realized that €1.40 a pop, this wasn't really going to be very sustainable. And then depending on if I had peanut butter with the breakfast, I would also include cheese in this meal. And that was that. Pretty simple ingredients for dinner. And while we're here, there are so many good goodies on offer. So you already know we have to do the little adventures. Boom. Look who it is, Carolina. Anyway, here we go. First on the list, an electric can opener, a multifunction egg cooker, a cordless combi hammer drill, a teepee, a kid's booster seat, an iPhone screen protector, a wake-up alarm clock radio. Actually, these are really good. A high-pressure cleaner, a kid's toy truck, a crepe maker, and how can you not forget the car massage seat cover, of course. But anyway, as always, if you want the little adventures to continue, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Now let's go see if we can find Carolina. She's hiding on me, she's running away. Carolina! Hello. Okay, so the little adventures are done and we have Carolina here and she's gonna give us a sick transition. So here we go, throw the asparagus through the camera. Go! Oh, and oh my god, can we just go back and maybe replay that clip? Carolina, how dare you hit me in the head with my asparagus? Give us a sick transition. So here we go, throw the asparagus through the camera. Go! But yes, like I said, this would be pretty much dinner every single evening. So it would be like a potato, then like turkey or chicken. The pictures will be on the screen. There's sort of like a little bit of variation, but not much at all. And then some sort of veggie. So a super bro meal, but a good one actually. I did actually enjoy it. So yeah, we have more of the chicken we cooked up earlier. We're gonna put that on the griddle. Then we're gonna cook up a sweet potato, add a bit of cheese to that. Then we have some cauliflower to defrost and put in the microwave and cook that up. And actually a pro tip to cook this bad boy is that you wanna get yourself like a fork, prick the potato all around like so. Get yourself some kitchen roll, wrap the potato in the kitchen roll, roll it around, get a bit of water just dribbling, and then literally just boop, boop, boop. Perfect, so not soaked but nice and damp. And then you literally just pop it in the microwave like so for like, I don't know, about 6 minutes, and then you know the deal. No, you don't, because actually I thought I would include this. Papa Murray and Mama Murray's dinner is gonna be reveal what you've made up for yourself. Come on.
Beer can chicken.
Beer can chicken.
Oh, baby.
And then Mama Murray over here has some sort of apple pie. So that is gonna be their dinner. But that still doesn't mean I'm not excited about my dinner, because look at that bad boy. Papa Murray, what do you have to say?
Asparagus, very tasty.
Hit the camera for me. Yes, people, literally again, this is resembling that picture. And you know what I would do also is I would top the chicken. Top the chicken with a bit of sriracha. And that would be my dinner pretty much every single evening. So yeah, the macros will be on the screen with the sexy B-roll. And while I'm here, let me go back to also talking about why the body changes from fat to carbs depending on whether you train fasted or fed, okay? And the simple answer is because the body doesn't like change. It likes to remain stable at homeostasis. Okay, so by regulating substrate utilization both during, before, and after exercise, it can ultimately balance everything out and just return to a fat balance, okay? So the take-home message is that both results are pretty much going to be the same. You either burn more fat during and less carbs after, or more carbs during and less fat after, okay? So ultimately it all just balances out. So pick which one you prefer, and as per Schoenfeld, when it comes to fat loss, it's short-sighted to look at solely how much fat is burned during an exercise session, and that fat burning must therefore be considered over the course of days, not on an hour-to-hour basis. Anyway, hopefully you like that little bit of knowledge. So this is going to be dinner. I'm going to bring it upstairs and get cracking back into work. And we are once again back in the hermit room, and I have literally turned into a hermit. But anyway, you're probably asking now, Scott, look, was that your final meal dinner, or did you have a macro capper back then? Actually, I did have a macro capper, but you know what? I have work to do here. I'm busy, so you know what? Scott! Oh, Jesus, what do you want now, Scott? I've just left Lidl.
I know, I'm sorry for disturbing you, but I do have one more meal to finish off this day, and I am missing one key ingredient, so do you...
Wait just there. I know you, bro. Don't worry. Super Value is still open.
No, Scott, you're not listening, okay?
No, man, trust me. It's okay. I got you covered as always.
No, Scott, listen to me.
Okay, here we go. White chocolate Cocoa Pops, €4.45 full price, but I guess it's worth it. I told you, bro, I'd sort you out, so here you go.
Oh my god, this is what I was trying to say, Scott, okay? Look, I do appreciate it, but back then I didn't think I could have carbs before bed, and that my pre-bed meal had to revolve around protein, so I can't have these. Take it back.
Oh my god, Jesus. No cereal before bed? That's absolutely tragic, Scott. So, what is it you needed?
Well, like I said, it's just one thing, and that's gonna be fat-free, high-protein yogurt.
Okay, so here we go. They do have a lot of variety, and they even have Skyer. So yeah, I presume you want one of those, yeah?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. €2 for that measly-sized pot?
Yeah, bro, €2 for like 170 grams.
Dude, I'm not made of money, okay? Put that back down and go to Lidl to get some Skyer.
Yeah, actually, that is sort of expensive. But oh my god, I think the motherland closes soon, so we need to be quick. They better have Skyer cheaper than €2. It's looking promising, guys. Here we go, Skyer. €1.38 for what? 350 grams, so nearly double the amount. And it's strawberry as well. Perfect. As always, you were right, Scott. I should never have doubted. The motherland numero uno.
Yeah, I know, I'm always right. I told you Lidl will always hook us up. So we have the fat-free Skyer yogurt, and then we have the bulk powders away. So are you smart enough to guess what we're gonna make up?
Hey, how about now that you've seen all the other ingredients and the fact that we have a batter in a blender? Still haven't guessed it now that you've seen the batter poured into a pan and made into some sort of a cake? Well, if you haven't guessed it by now, then I really do actually worry for you. But yes, this was the staple macro capper, a big ass stack of protein pancakes, again with the whey and the yogurt, because I thought the casein would then release slowly overnight. But yes, I would literally have this every single night. It's not quite white chocolate Cocoa Pops and ice cream, but it still definitely did the job and sent me off to bed nice and full. And that was pretty much the full diet that I used to follow to maintain like 5 to 6% body fat. And boom, there we go, a much better workout. So we did 30 rounds of 200 on a ski erg, and then 10 sets of 20 each arm dumbbell row. And again, I'm keeping it real. Overall motivation this morning was absolutely rock bottom, but like I said, we got into a roll and then we kept going, and then ultimately it came out to be a pretty good workout. And as always, hoodie accountability. The hustle has been put in the Marvel hoodie. So yeah, that is that. Okay, and that is also the end of this video, but let's go over the final macros of this cutting meal plan per se. So 238 grams of protein, 413 carbs, 60 fat, coming in at 3,144 calories. And I already know you're saying like, oh my god, that's like my bulking calories. I know, I told you, but back then and even now, that is like a huge deficit for me based on my energy expenditure. So if you maintain on like 3,500 calories, then this is actually a good cutting plan. If not for the majority of you, this is actually a really good bulking plan. So yes, if you like these videos, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I can do like a proper bulking one maybe in the future. So yeah, hope you all have a good day and see you all in the next video. Boop.